once again, welcome to Mima's Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful bucket bag here. It's a very simple bag and we're just going to be using camel stitch from start to finish. So even if you're a beginner, this is a very simple bag to crochet. So for this bag, you're going to need a crochet hook. I used a 6mm crochet hook. You're also going to need a scissors, a tapestry needle. You're also going to need stitch markers. I used about 6 of them. You're also going to need these wooden handles here, as well as these 2 beads. As for the yarn, I used macrame. This is macrame cord, and this one here is about 4mm thick. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to begin off with the magic circle. So this is my yarn. So I wrap it around my hand like this. Then I take my hook. Then grab my yarn, pull it through, okay, then hold it like this, then make a slip knot. So this is the yarn from the bow, this is the end, the tail here. So I'm going to make 6 single crochets in this ring. So I'm going to hold my yarn like this, set my hook, yarn over, and then pull through. Make them a little bit loose so that the second round will be easier. So I'm going to put a stitch marker in the first stitch, this one. Again, I'm going to make another one. That's the second. That's the third. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make 2 more to make them 6, 5, 6. So here, this tail, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets. I'm going to pull this tail to close this gap and adjust my stitches as I pull it like this. So you can later on close this gap, it's still fine. So now I want to move on to the second round. So you find that for each round we'll be adding 6 more stitches up until our bust is done. So here's how we're going to do it. Now this is the first stitch of the round. So the next round we're going to be putting 2 single crochets in each stitch. But now, instead of inserting our hook at the top of the stitch here that we normally do with single crochet, we're going to insert at the back bump, these ones, we're going to be inserting, some call it the third loop or the back bumps here. So we're going to be inserting our hooks. They want to crochet a stitch known as the camel stitch. So this is how you do it. So we have this half bump here. We're going to skip it. Our first bump is going to be this one. So I'm going to put 2 single crochets in here, in this one. So in this next round, we're putting 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 right round up until we're done. So I come in the stitch like this, and then work my normal single crochet like that. That's 1 single crochet in there. I'm going to put another one. That's 2. So I remove the stitch marker here. Remember, we put 2, so this is the first stitch of the second round. So we'll move on to the next one. Try to make your stitches a little bit loose, but not too loose, but just slightly loose so that it's easier to insert your hook. So that's 1. Again, 2. We go on into the next one. This one. That's 1. and that's 2. 1, 2. This one, 1 and 2. So we're now in the last one, this one. This is our first stitch. So in this one, the last one, I'm going to put 2 again. 1 and then 2. So this is our second round and it's done. And you should have 12 stitches. Remember I said we're going to be adding 6 stitches for each round. So now we'll move on to the third round. So now for the third round, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to begin with 2 single crochet in the first stitch, followed by 1 single crochet. In the next 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, up until the round is done. So in this one, I'm going to put 1. Remember to put back the stitch marker in the first stitch so that you know the starting point. So we're beginning with 2 single crochet in the first. So I put another 1, 2 single crochets. Now in this next one, I'm just going to put 1 single crochet. This next, that's 1. Then this next one, I'm going to put 2. 1 and then 2. So just going to follow the sequence up until the round is done. So in this one we put 2, so in the following we're just going to put 1 single crochet. In the next 2, 1, again in the same stitch, 2. So in the next one, 1, 2, 1, 2, up until the round is done. And you should have 18 stitches when you're back here. Okay, so my third round is done and I now have 18 stitches. You can see the camel stitch here, this one. So now we'll move on to the fourth. So we did 1, 2, 3. Now we'll move on to the fourth round. So we're just going to be increasing the number of stitches that have 1 single crochet. Remember, this one we were doing 2 single crochets and then in the following 1 single crochet. 2 single crochet, 1 single crochet. So now we're going to be doing 2 single crochets and then the next coming 2 stitches we're going to put 1, 1. Okay, so however, I'm going to begin here with 1 single crochet followed by 1 single crochet. Then in the third stitch I'm going to put 2 single crochets. Again, I begin the sequence 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet followed by 2. Okay, so let's do that. In this first stitch, I'm just going to put 1 single crochet. Put back the stitch marker. And then in the next one, I'm going to put 1 single crochet again. So that's 2 stitches with 1 single crochet each. And then in the third one, I'm going to put 2 single crochets. So that's 1 and then 2. So we call this an increase because you are adding 1 more stitch in that stitch. Again, in the next 2 stitches, I'm going to put 1 single crochet each. 1. And then in the third, I'm going to put 2. Again, I begin the sequence 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1, in the next 1, then in the third I'm going to put 2 single crochets, 1 and then 2. So I'm just going to continue with the sequence 1, 1 and then 2, 1, 1 and then 2 up until we're back here at the starting point. Welcome back. So my fourth round is done. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we'll move on to the fifth one. So with the fifth one, the sequence is going to be, we're going to begin with 2 single crochets in this one, and then in the next coming 3 stitches we're going to put 1 single crochet each. So it's going to be 2 in here and then 1, 1, 1. Okay, we begin again the sequence 2 single crochets in this stitch, and then in the next coming 3 stitches we're going to put 1 in each. So it's going to be like this. So in this first stitch I'm going to put 2 single crochets. That's 1, and then again 2, and then in the next 3 stitches I'm going to put 1 single crochet each. 1 in the following stitch, 1 single crochet in the next one, 1 single crochet. That's 3 stitches there. Again, we begin the sequence. The following stitch we're going to put 2 single crochets, 2. Then in the next 3 stitches 1 single crochet. That's 1, 1 again, and then 1 again. So let's repeat the sequence up until we're back here at the starting point. Welcome back. So I finished the 5th round and we now have 30 stitches. Now moving on to the 6th round, we're going to begin with 1 single crochet in the first 4 stitches. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches we're going to be putting 1 single crochet in each, and then in the 5th one we're going to put 2 single crochets. So in this first stitch here I'm going to put 1 single crochet. In the second stitch 1 single crochet again. In the third stitch 1 single crochet again. In the 4th 1 single crochet again, and then in the 5th one here I'm going to put 2 single crochets. It's 1 again in the same stitch, 2. Again I begin the sequence like we did at the first here. In this stitch, first stitch 1 single crochet, in the second 1 single crochet, in the third 1 single crochet, in the 4th 1 single crochet again, and then in the 5th we put 2. So we're just going to continue with the sequence up until the round is done. Welcome back. So at this point here I finished this round. We now have 36 stitches. So now we'll move on to the next one. So for this one we're going to begin with 2 single crochets in this stitch, and then in the next 5 stitches we're going to put 1 single crochet each. So that's 2 in there. So that's 2 in here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches we're going to put 1 single crochet in each. So let's do that. So this is the first stitch. I'm going to put 2 single crochets. So that's 1, and then 2 single crochets in that stitch. And then in the next 5 stitches I'm going to put 1 single crochet in each. So that's 1, and then in the next one that's 2, in the next one that's 3, in the next one the 4th, and this is the 5th stitch. So here I begin again the sequence like we did from here at the beginning. The next stitch I put 2 single crochets. So that's 1, and then again 2. Again in the next 5 stitches I put 1 single crochet. In the 6th one I put 2 again. So we're going to repeat that sequence right round up until we're back here at the starting point. Welcome back. So I've just completed the 7th round and we now have 42 stitches. So moving on to the 8th round. Our sequence for this round, we're going to begin with 1 single crochet in the first 6 stitches, and then in the 7th stitch we're going to put 2 single crochets. So now instead of 5 we now have 6 stitches with 1 single crochet each. So this is the first stitch. I put 1 single crochet, put back the stitch marker, and then in the next one I'm going to put another stitch marker, the second stitch, another one single crochet in the third, in the fourth, in the fifth, and then this one is the sixth stitch with one single crochet each. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in the seventh, I'm going to put 2 single crochets. So this is going to be our sequence for this round. 6 stitches with 1 single crochet, and in the seventh we're going to put 2. Okay, so let's do that right round up until we're back here at the starting point. Now we have 8 rounds. Now I want to do the 9th round. So the 9th round, I'm going to begin with, in the next 1, 2, 3 stitches, I'm going to put 1 single crochet in each, and then the fourth one I'm going to put 2 single crochets. So that's 1. I'm going to put back the stitch marker here. Then in the next one, the second one, 1 single crochet, slightly different from what we were doing before. And then the third one, another single crochet. Now in the fourth one here, I'm going to put 2 single crochets. So what I'm trying to do here is, you find that wherever we put 2 single crochet, we form a corner, these corners that we have. So what I'm trying to do is distort the pattern so that we have a shape that is more like a circle rather than a hexagon. So from here, in the next coming 7 stitches, I'm going to put 1 single crochet in each. So that's 1, the next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitch. So here I've done 7 stitches with 1 single crochet each. So the 8th stitch, I'm going to put 2 single crochets. So this is going to be our sequence up until we finish this round. So in the next coming 7 stitches again, I'm going to put 1 single crochet in each. So that's 1. In the next one, 2. In the next one, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, like that. In the 8th, I put 2 single crochets, 1, and then again 2. So let's continue with the sequence. In the next 7 stitches, put 1 single crochet, and then the 8th one you put 2, up until we're back here at the starting point. Okay, so we've just finished the 9th round, and at this point you should have 54 stitches, and we're now going to maintain those stitches up until we finish the bag. So this here is the base of our bag. So from here onwards, we're just going to be putting 1 single crochet in each stitch, right? So for the 10th round 10, I'm just going to go on and put 1 single crochet in each stitch right round up until I'm back at the starting point. So I've just finished the 10th round and I still have 54 stitches. So I'm going to repeat the last round that we just did, the 10th round, just putting 1 single crochet in each stitch up until we have 29 rounds, and then come back. I'm back. So I now have 29 rounds. This is our bag so far. Okay, so here, after finishing the 29th round, just cut your yarn like I did here. Okay, then here I'm going to fasten off Okay, so I'm now going to hide this inside the bag and then come back. Okay, so this is the point where we finished and fastened off our bag. So I'm just going to adjust so that this one becomes one of our edges like this. Okay, so adjust your bag so that it doesn't show. So now we've laid our bag flat like this. Okay, you find that we have a total of 54 stitches, so I'm going to divide that by 2 and then put a stitch marker here at one edge like this, and then I'm going to count from here half of 54 and then put another stitch marker there. Okay, so 54 divided by 2 we get 27, so I'm going to begin in that stitch. Okay, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27. Okay, so this is the 27th stitch, this one. Okay, so I put another stitch marker like that. So you find that from this stitch up to this stitch marker there are 27 stitches. Okay, and then this side here, from the next stitch here up until this stitch, we have 27 again. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take 2 other stitch markers. So for this side, okay, this side, I'm going to start counting the stitch after the stitch, the one with the marker. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I'm going to put my stitch marker in this one. Then I'm going to come this side again, beginning in the next stitch from the stitch marker or before the stitch marker. That's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, I'm going to do that exactly like that this side, only that I'm going to begin in this stitch with the stitch marker. That's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Come this side, starting in the one with the stitch marker. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So these are the points that we're going to put our handles. Okay, 1 2 3 4. So I have these wooden handles here. Okay, so these markers are going to be a guide for us. Our handle is supposed to pass through these markers. Okay, so we're going to start joining 1 2 3 from the third like this. Okay, from the third round. Okay, so here I have my tapestry needle. This is the one that I'm going to use to join the handle to the bag. So we're going to start from this point. Okay, remember we're going to join from here to the third round and then back here. Okay, so I'm just going to start from this point. Okay, so just leave a tail here enough for us to fasten off the handle. Okay, like that. So try to insert your hook as close as possible so that these threads are close enough and no large gaps, and make sure that the gaps are almost even, okay, so that you don't have larger gaps in between. Okay, make sure that here you're going to join in the third round. 1 2 3 here. Okay, okay, so I'm just going to continue, okay, joining up until I'm this side. Okay, make sure that here you join your handle along the third round. Okay, so let's do that and then come back. Also do the same for the other side, for the other handle, and then come back. So I've put the handles, okay, like that. That is our bucket bag. So with this bag you can put a zipper here, or you can just put a button. Okay, I have another piece that I did where I also showed you how to put a zipper, and I also have other bags that I did put buttons. Okay, so for this one we want to put just a little bit of decoration, so I'm going to put these 2 beads here. Okay, so what I've done here is I have 11 strands of my yarn. They're about 30 centimeters long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them into 2. Okay, then we're going to tie in the middle like this. Okay, I'm going to set these 2 strands through here. Okay, so I pushed. Okay, so here I'm just going to find somewhere to set them. Okay, So this is our bag. Okay, and it's done. Okay, so you just fasten off these ones, this end inside and any other ends. Okay. Okay, so this is our bucket bag and it is done. It's a very neat bag. Okay, thank you for watching Mima's Crafts. Please do subscribe, like and comment for more videos. Thank you.